Tag, very nice, very evil.
Yeah, that's tag shit.
Free fall as I dive through the kaleidoscope in my mind. No rope up to climb. Gotta remind myself that I'm fine. Mama, I don't really.
And
What
we
up?
back.
What up? What up? What up? IWC. We are a half of the fatal four-way of this beautiful thing called T.A.G. And we should have more joining us. But of course, I am the disembodied voice of Scooter Ray. Hashtag justice for Scoot. And I'm here with my fatal rival to the very end. Current Tag in the Bank briefcase holder. Current predictions champion. Mr. Lip Deasley. What is up, sir?
Feeling good, man. It was you know what? Because I was about to say it was touch and go, but here's the thing, because I just realized over the weekend that we missed Grand Slam because they decided to air it early.
Did they?
Yeah, so because you of course, with your better half, your beautiful wife, and then me and my better half, we're out here doing Valentine's stuff. Turns out they aired it at like 1:30 in the morning Saturday.
Really?
Yeah. So
I did not know that because I caught it live when they showed it after the All-Star stuff.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because I was checking it out when I was looking at when I was watching NXT, and because I was looking for the results as we were going through, because I had missed like the first half of Vengeance Day.
Yeah.
And I kept seeing stuff that kept saying like results for Grand Slam. I thought it was people like doing predictions for what it was going to be.
Yeah, but it was actual legit.
It was actual legit results. So
ain't that by the?
So it didn't click, and then of course they aired Grand Slam as if it was supposed to be live, like when
yeah,
because I watched it on Max.
I would say yeah, because I watched it on the All-Star stuff because it came on about what 10:30 ish.
Mm-hmm.
So ain't that by the bitch? Okay, well, in case y'all wondering what we're talking about Grand Slam Vengeance Day Australia. We're giving y'all a 2-for-1 because they gave us a 2, so we're giving y'all a 2-for-1. But of course, Vengeance Day would be first because that was introducing the current Tag Rumble winner Juggernaut 097 for 2025. But yeah, like I was saying, we're going to hit y'all with this Vengeance Day 2025 because that was first up. And once again, gentlemen, I told y'all, if y'all keep up with the NXT AG, how excited I was for this pay-per-view, or this PLE rather. And when I tell y'all, I was not disappointed. I was not disappointed.
Like with anything?
There was maybe a couple of things, but considering I do the weekly show, I figured that one match should have went the way I should have changed predictions, but we'll get there. Mm-hmm. Starting off the show, we got for the Women's North American Championship, Fallon Henley, representing Fatal Influence, is defending against Stephanie Vaquer. And hey, look here, people. If y'all once again keep up with anything that I normally say, there was no way in hell I thought Fallon Henley was walking out as champ.
Did anybody?
No way. There was no way in hell that I thought Fallon Henley was walking out with that belt, y'all.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't think Fallon Henley was going to be walking out with that belt. Hey, listen, put me on full screen for a minute. Put me on full screen.
Okay, hold on. There you go.
Okay. Stephanie Vaquer Listen, I might have to go to
Oh,
jail here.
oh no! Wait,
Because
are you going to jail or prison at this moment?
I'm going to prison at this moment because I think Booker T might be with me. I think Booker T might be with me here because when she does that move, that I don't even know what you call that when she puts their face.
Oh,
on
when
the
she,
mat.
yeah,
When
yeah.
Booker, I don't know what's happening to Booker T when he's going like that same thing happened to me. And like, you know what? I watch wrestling for the plot, and you know the plot is Stephanie Vaquer here. The plot is Stephanie Vaquer. Okay, you can take me off full screen now.
Look here. I do not agree with the Wrestling Observer when they voted Booker T as the worst commentator of the year. I thought that was crazy to see.
Yeah, I don't agree with that because Booker T.
I thought that was crazy.
He's better than Excalibur. He's better, or Excrement. That's what I like to call him. He's better than Sockface.
Like, I don't know, but yeah, this was a pretty solid match because I'm gonna get into my NXT T.A.G bag a little bit. This was a good match. I wish they would have done better things with Fallon's title run because if that's the case, they should have just let Kalani held on to it. I mean, I understand why they gave it to Fallon, but from the way it went, it was like y'all could have just been better off letting Lonnie hold on to the belt and then she loses it to Stephanie. But it's fine. Means to an end. Stephanie Vaquer gets the W once again to nobody's surprise. And she already has some challengers waiting in the wing. You know what I'm saying? There was already some women eyeing her belt because I want to say this Tuesday, Carmen, Jada, I think Kalani and somebody else is either a triple threat or a fatal four-way to determine.
Yeah, it's a triple threat.
Is a triple threat? Okay, yeah. It's going to be a triple threat to determine who's going to be Stephanie Vaquer's first challenger. So, the train is rolling, the train is moving because kind of like what I predicted on the last episode of NXT, I get to it at the end. It still may happen at Stand and Deliver, but yeah, Stephanie Vaquer gets the dub. Dizzle, you got anything to say?
This is what I was saying since last year, since before Giulia went into New Year's Evil and won the NXT Women's Championship. This whole thing is pretty much set for Giulia versus Stephanie Vaquer. I don't think that she's going to lose the NXT champion, NXT North American Championship anytime soon. I think she's going to go into Stand and Deliver. I think they're going to have a banger match. I do not think she's going to beat Giulia, but I do believe that they are going to have a Hogan Warrior-esque type of match, just not the same outcome as with Warrior winning with the mid-card title, gaining the world championship and then ending the show off like that. I think we're going to have a mutual standing at the end, both still with their respective titles, and we'll all leave happy, especially Jugs when they both get down to get down. So
yeah, I'm on the same page with you guys. I mean, the match was really awesome. I mean, I expected a lot of interference to happen in this match.
Of course,
but they worked really well together. Fallon Henley, she was really surprising in this match. So I mean, it was a good opener, and the right woman went over here. So I'm not complaining about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now,
arguably, I will say, gentlemen, probably my favorite match of the night. The next match for the NXT Tag Team Championship, we have Axiom and Nathan Frazier, aka Fraxiom, versus the team of Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. Oh my goodness, were these boys fighting? My goodness. When I had the realization, thanks to Dizzle, that they are turning Fraxiom into London and Kendrick 2.0, boy, are they doing it. And they are doing it very well because these big burly boys was giving them the work and the business. Briggs and Inamura was not fucking around in this match.
They really weren't.
Nah. Especially when they dropped Axiom on that knee.
Whew.
Oh man, that was a crazy spot. You know, that
Yeah.
backbreaker. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Inamura. Like, I'm not too familiar with him.
Same.
What I've seen here, like, apparently he used to do like some what's this? Samoan wrestling, or yeah. He used to do something like that. And it's the way he's like jumps off the top rope and like
I love it. I love it.
To it, or the way he's like bouncing around in the ring is like very, very cool. And like Fraxiom, you know, when the odds are stacked against them, you know, it seems like they always get the job done. Which you know, I always love their chemistry that they do. You know, it's like it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to pull it out against, you know, Josh Briggs and Inamura, but I mean they do it. Which and the different meshing of styles here is awesome. This match was better than what I expected it to be. To be honest.
Absolutely. Yes. I gotta give NXT their props, man, because they stuck with it and they made me a believer, because I wrote off Axiom initially. I just did not care for his character, nothing like that. Then they paired him with Nathan Frazier, and which was cool, but at the same time I was like, it's a nothing tag team. And
I thought the same thing.
They have turned me around completely to where it's like it's difficult for me to even go against them now versus before, where I was like, man, take those titles off of them.
Hey, Dizzle.
Yo.
Remember what we said about Sheamus and Cesaro when we did the tag team tier list?
Yep.
I think they Kendrick and London 2.0, but they also the Bar 2.0 as well.
Yeah. They are one of the best odd couple pairings that almost any company has done, with the way that they have booked them and the way that they just end up working together, and the whole deal with the whole will they won't they with the split stuff, and them being able to overcome whatever we would predict or think would happen, to the point to where now it's just like, I see what you're doing. Because if they do some type of split thing at Stand and Deliver, it's going to be a gut-wrenching thing for a lot of people, because they've made everybody believers at this point to where it's like, man, I don't want to see them break up.
Now, I got some theories of what I think they might do at Stand and Deliver. You know how they have that whole TNA and WWE partnership? You know, they've been kind of teasing maybe like the Hardy Boys. Maybe we get the Hardys.
Well. Since you said that, that is the reason why I chose Fraxiom, because after Fraxiom beat the Nemeth brothers, they had a 1-on-1, well, 2-on-2 with the Hardy Boys. And that's what made me stick with my choice of Fraxiom, because it's like, we're going to get a Fraxiom versus Hardy Boys, whether we're going to get it on TNA TV or whether we're going to get it on NXT TV, but we're going to get Fraxiom versus the Hardys.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that. Like, oh my god!
And I guess it looks better on paper if they're both still champions.
No, well, yeah, fair.
Yeah,
but yeah, arguably my favorite match of the night, because I was watching this match and I was like, I know Fraxiom is going to win, but damn, was Briggs and Inamura making it look good.
Yeah. And to be honest, I've never been the biggest Josh Briggs fan, but Josh Briggs, I mean, ever since he tore apart from what's his name?
Brooks Jensen and Fallon Henley.
Yeah. Ever since he tore away from them, like Josh Briggs has been growing on me more. Like, and when he's been doing stuff in Japan and stuff, like, yeah, he's been growing on me more. I like it.
Good deal.
And the closing moments of the match, when we had the sign of respect between both teams, the lights cut out, and the new faction of Dion Lennox and friends decides to jump Fraxiom and Briggs and Inamura, and they gave them a good old-fashioned beatdown. And I'm kind of intrigued with this new faction. I'm kind of intrigued because
call them the Wish Shield. This is the Wish Shield, or the Diet Shield, or this is your new Nexus or something.
We ain't got to do them like that.
I'm with Jugs on this one. I can't find myself to care. Like I seen this,
Understandable.
and
Understandable.
I was like the run in at first. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting, but I was just like, and then of course, the audience was like, "Who are you?" And I was like, exactly. And then
I only know one guy.
And then when it happened,
like I said,
again,
Dion Lennox is the only one.
When it happened again, which we'll get into later, I had a worse response. So I was just like, I just don't care about this. Like, this is just not.
I hope they're not another retribution.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, oh my god! Like, okay, so we got factions like on every brand now. I mean, so Raw we got Judgment Day, SmackDown we got the Bloodline, and then on NXT we got this. These guys, yeah, and Dion Lennox. That's what their faction is. These guys and Dion Lennox.
Yeah, and after that, they made out like thieves in the night, and then we get into our next match, which is a good old-fashioned strap match. We got Trick Williams versus Eddy Thorpe. Now, this is where I was saying that the way I've been discussing him on NXT AG, I should have went against my better judgment and picked Thorpe instead of Trick.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. But I just something said, it was mainly because of the go home show where I was just like, you know what?
Yes,
I'm gonna go ahead and run it that way. But
if I was doing predictions, I would have predicted Thorpe to win, and the reason why is because I don't think they're gonna be moving Trick Williams right away up to the main roster right now. I maybe it'd be after like Stand and Deliver, like post WrestleMania. That's when they'll move him up to the main roster.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I feel like they're gonna have multiple series of matches here.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why I was going for Trick because I thought they were going to go ahead and start building back up Trick and Oba for Stand and Deliver. So that's the reason why it's like, Trick had to get his lick back, no pun intended. And then he could be back like, all right, Oba, I'm back, big dog. But once again, it was a pretty good match. Look here, I'm a grown man and I'm down for a spot. I'm down for some moments, but strap match though. A strap match is one of those like.
I've never really been a big fan of strap matches. I don't know. It's like the concept. Like I understand it. It's like you can only do so much in a strap match. Like you can, tie him up. You can, put him out around the ring post. You can hang him, which is I don't like that spots when they do that. Like especially when you saw, it was a dog collar match.
It was a dog collar, yeah.
Or even what's that match that they did? And I think it was with Moxley and was it with? Oh, it's when someone did the hanging. It was terrible in AEW.
When
maybe
Swerve
it was
Hangman. Yeah,
Swerve hung Hangman. Yeah, I don't know. I just got always cringeworthy with those. Like I'm just not a fan of that. I don't know. These strap matches, they're cool and all. I mean, you can whip them with it. But yeah.
Well, that's the thing about these matches is because we have, and just like you said, Jux, we have basically three types of the same match: the dog collar, the strap, and then the Texas Bull Rope match. They're essentially all the same.
Yeah.
So we only really need one of the type. And I think you might as well just stick with the Texas Bull Rope because the dog collar doesn't really matter. The strap match necessarily doesn't matter because you only really do so much with it, and then the Texas Bull Rope is such a staple because is a callback to the previous to the territory days, especially when you think about Dusty Rhodes. So I would rather just stick with that versus the other two. So but that's my 2 cents on it. This was a match. But good for Eddy Thorpe to get his stock risen, kind of the same way with Ethan Page, which we'll get into, I'm sure. But I think with everything that had going on with him, with his start-stop deal, with everything that happened with him backstage and all the other stuff that they kept pushing, I think this works for him because I think this will slot him into a future match with Obafemi, obviously. So yeah, run it.
All right, and speaking of, Dizzle just said it. Your next match, All Ego Ethan Page versus Javon Evans. Now, of course, going into this match, Javon Evans was cleared, but Doc told him, "Hey, one good shot to the jaw, it could set you back. It can put you down. It can potentially end your career." So Ava made him sign a waiver saying, "Hey, WWE is not responsible for what happens to you, my boy." And Javon was like, "I don't care. I want all ego, and all ego is what he got." Um, Let me ask y'all this, and we're gonna kindly turn it a little bit with this conversation. Where did AEW go wrong with Ethan Page?
I could be as vague as to say everything. But one thing they actually did do good were the Men of the Year gimmick that they did with Scorpio Sky.
Yeah, I did like
really
that.
good.
Yeah.
But I think what happened was anytime that they gave him even the slightest bit of push, they always had him take the L. And I think that was their issue, especially when you get him into the situation with the Hardys and how he became basically their lackey for a bit. It just that diminished his stock completely. And they just never gave him the chance to be himself like NXT is typically doing. Obviously, now granted, there are some start-stop issues that they have in NXT, but at least NXT has the foresight to course correct like they're doing now.
Yes.
But yeah, that's where I believe they went wrong.
Yeah, I think they went wrong when they were making him like he could have won matches. Like they were having him be this character. When he kind of like lost his smile in a way. And he couldn't win matches. I think that's when they were really screwed up with him. And also, you AEW has this big roster, and Tony Khan, he really sometimes, when he books like the main guys, at the top, he keeps, revolving the same guys around, the top picture. And unfortunately, he just wasn't going to put Ethan Page there. And, he was ended up on Collision and Rampage, and no one really watching those shows as much. And he's also ended up on Ring of Honor, which not much people watch Ring of Honor as well. So, I mean, it was just kind of a lose-lose situation for Ethan Page.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to do a call back to that when we get to Grand Slam Jugs. But
okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Scoot.
No, because I was just wondering because I've been watching because I caught the very last of his run in TNA before he went to AEW, and of course I've seen his whole run in AEW, not so much his stuff in Ring of Honor, and I'm looking at him in AEW, and all I can think is not AEW, NXT, and all I can think is he's going to be on the main roster soon. Absolutely. If they don't do it this year, they might do it next year. But he's going to be on the main roster. And Ethan Page has star written on him.
Absolutely.
And it was just it's interesting to see that, nothing happened with him in AEW. And don't get me wrong, people. I know the other side has happened too. We've seen people that didn't do well in WWE and TNA or whatever and went to AEW and had these careers and whatnot. I get it, but we're just focusing on Ethan Page because this is where we at right now. But, okay, I just wanted to throw that question out. But otherwise, once again, pretty good match. Fair, decent. Javon, I can see being a star. Javon has too much charisma.
Yeah.
For him not to be a star.
I think they did a misstep with this match, though. But go ahead, Jugs.
Yeah, I thought that Ethan Page, he's going to be targeting the jaw and the face more of Javon Evans. But hey, I like how he switched it up here in this match. He takes advantage of opportunities. When he saw that leg caught in between the steel steps, I like how he just kept targeting that. And Javon Evans, he was selling really good. He was just hobbling around on that knee. I mean that leg, the bad leg. I thought that was good. So I mean, it was really good. It was a fun match. And then that punch that Ethan Page did, when Javon Evans was going for that springboard, I got him right in the jaw. I got that's gonna injure that.
Knock the mouthpiece out, everything.
And then Ethan Page hitting that cutter, basically looking like a Randy Orton-esque. That was nice. And then after the match, they showed Javon Evans, on the mat, with blood coming out his mouth. I like that visual there. I mean, I'm happy they gave Ethan Page the win here.
Yeah, look here. I legitimately thought I went for Javon Evans when I was doing the prediction. That's why I was like, well, congratulations. Like, I did not realize subconsciously I put Ethan Page because I really thought I put Javon Evans as my prediction. I was like, all right, cool. I messed up. So, hey, did mess up. Happy accidents, people. Happy accidents.
This, for me, this shouldn't have been a match. I think this should have just been a showcase to show Javon Evans his level of aggression. I think that should have been the case. This should have been
a lights out match, to be honest.
This should have been just like initially Javon Evans coming out and just beating the snot out of Ethan Page, and then
I would have preferred that.
Page just coming out of nowhere, kind of like with that punch, and then after that punch, just demolishing Javon Evans to where they just stopped everything. And the match never finished, and you take Javon Evans off TV again, and you keep him off up until Stand and Deliver, where they can have a match where Javon Evans could probably get the dub. But up to that point, you do whatever you can with Ethan Page up to that point. But I think this really just should have been a showcase to where you just write Javon Evans off, because the thing is, he's definitely going to be a star. But I don't think that you need to. You should have just used this to show his aggression and then build him up again from that point, because I'm just looking at it from how they're doing Wesley. Wesley is now just
a guy.
Yeah, basically. And it's okay with the talent that they have to just kind of just chill him out for a little bit, because he's young enough to where you're not going to hurt him if you just keep him off TV for a little bit. But that's me. But hey, the right man went over, so we're here.
Yep. All right, and next up for the NXT World Championship, you got Femi defending against Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, aka A-Town Down Under. I will say, gentlemen, when this match was first announced, I was like, like, I guess. But when it happened, I was like, I'm not mad at it. I was not mad at it.
Still a throwaway match for me.
Oh yeah, no, 1,000%. 1,000% it was a throwaway, but I just wasn't mad at the throwaway.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that they did tell the story between Theory and Grayson Waller. Like, that's fine. But this was a disservice done to Femi for sure. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, this was just kind of a match here. I mean, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, they did a lot of, this felt like a handicap match at some points with Grayson.
I mean,
Waller.
that's what. I mean, Grayson even Oba said it. Yeah.
But it's kind of seeing Grace. It was kind of cool to see Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. They kind of go, like back and forth with each other. I thought that was good. Even at the end there, when he was going for that, when he's trying to hit the stunner on Femi, but he got Austin Theory instead. I think that was pretty good. That elbow drop through that table was pretty nice. That was nice.
Yeah.
And even when I think it was Grayson Waller, he went through the announce table. He got slammed through that. That was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this was kind of a match here. I mean, we knew Femi wasn't gonna be losing.
No.
It was an easy dub.
Easy.
Yeah, Oba gets the dub here. And then, of course, throughout the night, we did find out that Roadblock is their last little TV special that's happening in March. And that's before, Stand and Deliver. And then, of course, Oba is celebrating. The lights go out again. We see Dion Lennox and crew in the audience. The lights goes out again. They come back. Wow. They attack Oba 4-on-1. And Dizzle, I'll let you take it away, because you said you got to get some bars off.
Not too many bars off. It's just, again, I mean, you see them, and it's just like there's nothing special. Like, now, correct me if I'm wrong, Scoot. Has there been Has there been any type of build up that would have alluded to this happening?
So the only build up that happened was over the the week after Oba won, he was walking backstage with the belt, and he walked past Deion Lennox, and Deion Lennox was like, "I'll challenge you one day for that." And then Oba kind of looked at him like, "Child, please." And then somebody said something to Deion, and then I think the match after Deion had lost, he was like, "Man, fuck this place," and, and then he just left.
Oh, okay.
So this is a very unique way for Deion Lennox to get a title shot.
Gotcha. So that makes me care. That makes me care even less about this. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the other three gentlemen, I can tell y'all, they have not been on NXT TV unless they've been in the background.
Well, because
I think they've been on NXT Level Up, I think, or before.
Well, Level Up, before they canceled Level Up.
Or not Level Up. What's that new show they got going on right now?
Oh, it hasn't even premiered yet.
Yeah. They've been doing some like tapings with that. They've been
okay
there. I don't know if they've been on that LFG show. I'm not sure.
No. I think these were already people that were signed. I think these were already some of the NIL people.
My problem with this is that when they came in the Fraxiom after the Fraxiom match, commentary literally said this: "These guys are from the Performance Center."
They did. They did.
Yeah.
They did just discount them from jump. You're right.
I'm supposed to sit here and believe, oh man, these guys are gonna do it, huh?
I'm supposed to be scared of them.
Shout out to John Moxley.
Oh Lord, yeah. They're these guys and Deion Lennox. That's all they are. They're good. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully they're not going to be another Retribution.
Hopefully,
another Aces and Eights, another Nexus.
Well, okay. So I don't know if you caught it too. Corey Graves started to list the names, and I guess somebody stopped them. Because Corey Graves said, "That's Deion Lennox, that's such and such," and I guess they must have stopped him before he could name the others, because the internet has already said the identity of these four men.
Well, it didn't help that their mask came off after they jumped Oba,
and that too.
Which another thing was, I was just like, I don't know what's supposed to. Am I supposed to think these guys are anonymous? Am I supposed to I didn't know how to feel, and I think that was the issue. Was because when it happened, one, I didn't know who they were. Two, this seemed very random, which of course it was. And
no, it's a very random stable.
Yeah, it's just, I can't.
When they kept doing those vignettes, I was hoping for when they show at the end of when they showed that broadcast thing, at the end of each week, when they heard the typing, I thought it was going to be something else or somebody else, because I don't know if you remember back in the day, Matt Hardy version, I think it was 1.0, that Matt Hardy. I'm like, oh, maybe it's Matt Hardy coming to, maybe it's the Hardys, they're coming over to NXT again. I don't know. So I was kind of a little bit disappointed. I mean,
and to go back to what Dizzle was saying, and this is coming from a person who loves this brand so much.
Yeah,
there was nothing to signify that this stable should be created, because once again, for Deion Lennox to get shaded over a title shot, and this is the way you're gonna react by, I'm gonna form be a group. It's like, okay, I don't get why you're so upset.
I guess you're one of the group in NXT.
I'm gonna go form me a group, and it's like, okay, that's fine, I guess. So, but hey, we're here. And before we get to the main event, Richard Starks was on and said, hey, he's going to be on NXT Tuesday to officially sign him a contract. So, absolute Richard Starks will be officially NXT after Tuesday. And we also finally got a full circle moment. We've been getting it on TNA, but we finally got Ava, Santino, and Ariana on NXT, and I'm not gonna lie, Santino is still just as entertaining.
Oh, absolutely.
He is still just as entertaining. And then it's funny because you can look at Ariana and you can look at Santino, and you'd be like, Ariana must really look like her mom.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
I see no Santino in Ariana at all.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
But and then now for the main event. Now I will say this before we get into it. Good on NXT for making this the main event, because I've been saying it for the longest that the women have been killing it, and I thought it was a misstep that Giulia and Roxanne was in the main event on New Year's Evil, but they rectified it here because for the NXT Women's Championship, Giulia defends the belt against Bayley, Cora, Jade, and Roxanne Perez in a fatal four-way. And these ladies went out there and did the damn thing, which leads credence to what Dizzle and I was talking about when we talked about the women's tag team champions, that give Bayley her fucking respect and her fucking flowers. Because that woman has been doing the damn thing. And yeah. And I enjoyed watching this match because them ladies went out there. And you know what? You know what I really appreciated about this match more than anything? I appreciated that they let Cora Jade shine.
They really did. They really did. That was one of the things that I was going to bring up too. So I wasn't the only one that saw it. So
yes. I 1000% appreciate it.
I'm a big fan of Cora Jade here. Like I was happy when they put her in the match. Like Bayley, I mean, yeah, like you said, Bayley was like really MVP in this match. Like she was, Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade were trying to take her out, but no, she was just overcoming the odds. She was just taking them all out, which is crazy. And Giulia, I was like, where the hell is Giulia in this match? Like she was gone for a lot of this match. Like Giulia just taking a nap out of that ring.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, let them fight each other, beat each other up, and then I just pick up the scraps.
But I did love the match how they all went for try to go for pins and all that. Like I kind of have like a stalemate. I thought that was really cool. And then of course, like the ending of the match when it was Roxanne Perez, she hit her Pop Rocks on Bayley.
Yep.
And Cora Jade came in and she tried to do a what was it? She tried to roll up, or she tried to do a crucifix to Roxanne. But then Giulia came in, she hit her
she hit that knee, and like that was game over.
Like I don't even know what her that knee is called, but yeah, she hit that knee, and then she hit that crucifix bomb, and it was all wraps.
They call that knee something, but I can't remember it at the moment. But they do call it something.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it's called.
But yeah, she hit that knee, and then she hit that Northern Lights bomb, and game over. Giulia.
That was. Yeah.
And so this is where I wanted to take what you said, Dizzle, because Stephanie comes out and champ, but then we also get the official debut of the Juggernaut, Jordan Grace. So do you think?
Sorry, no, I wasn't there.
So do you think that match at Stand and Deliver becomes a triple threat, or do you think it stays Giulia versus Stephanie?
I could be wrong, but I personally think they're going to stay the course with that, because I don't see them putting Jordan Grace in that situation and not having her win. Again, I could be wrong, but I think that she's just going to be there. For what reason, I don't know, but I don't think it's going to be to compete for either one of those championships. I think she may get into a feud with somebody, potentially Cora Jade. But I can't see it.
So you don't think she's gonna be in NXT long?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I think because you got she's joining during WrestleMania season.
True.
And I believe I heard it too from either Observer or or
Fightful?
Bleacher Report, or Fightful. That the still kind of the same thing with Ricky Starks is that he's on NXT because again they don't really have anything because everything is already set in stone for Mania season. Like they already have everything planned out for what they're gonna do. So it wouldn't do him any. It would be a disservice to anybody joining now to be on the main roster when they already have stuff solidified. But at least with Ricky Starks, I can actually see him being there for longer to help build his stock up. Which kind of pivots to the same thing that I was going to say about Cora Jade. I think Cora Jade, I think her being in NXT does her a disservice because not because she can't be in NXT. I think that she works better with people that are on a higher level than she is, because if she has to be the ring general, I think it starts to show it shows her flaws in a way.
Yeah.
But I think when she's with people that's a lot better than her, she tends to step her game up. Because think about what it was when she was the quote unquote rookie when they did the war game stuff, when everybody was in there, and she looked like the rookie, but she actually looked like she had that fire. And then like she got a little bit better throughout, but then once 2.0 happened, she would still be there, but she kind of just went through the motions. You know, when you had Toxic Attraction and other people kind of just coming up, she was still kind of there. But the moment that you get, you know, Roxanne, the moment you get a Bayley in here and stuff like that, you start to see that she starts to flourish just a little bit more.
Okay. I mean, she did beat Bayley on NXT TV Tuesday to be added to the match.
So that's kind of the same thing that I'm thinking with not so much with Ricky Starks, but I think that it'll be the opposite for him in NXT, because I think he can carry the brand with his star power because clearly he's got it. But I don't think that he should go to the main roster at this point, because I think
kind of like a Raw after Mania type situation.
Not for him. No, for him, I think he needs to spend a year in NXT.
Oh, Starks. Okay. That makes sense. I can see that.
I think they need to put NXT on his back for a little bit just to show Tony Khan, yo, you tripping, you missed out.
I can see that.
Then because I think Ethan Page needs to be the one that goes to the main roster after Mania.
Yes.
And light up
I can 1,000% agree.
Scene. So matter of fact, they should have him feud with LA Knight.
Ooh,
I can see that.
I can see that, yeah.
I can 1,000% see that. Well, I mean, of course, you know, that was NXT Vengeance Day. And, you know, of course, tune in to your boy either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning when I give y'all that NXT AG and, of course, the fallout after Vengeance Day, what happens, because I know Stax wants to take on Sean Spears. Like eventually the triple threat to see who's going to be Stephanie's first challenger. Ricky Stark signing his contract. Of course, hopefully we get to see more of Dion Lennox and his faction. We have, of course, you know, Oba and the fallout of that. Him still being champion. Of course, Giulia and the fallout of that. Maybe Jordan Grace and all of that. So I think it'll be a pretty exciting episode. So we are going to switch gears because later on that day, or night rather, after, or when Dizzle just said it technically came on very early in the morning, but later on that night, we had AEW's Grand Slam Australia, which I'm not going to lie, gentlemen, I thought at first this was supposed to be a pay-per-view. I thought this was supposed to be a pay-per-view at first. But it ended up pretty much being a glorified collision. I guess the best way to put this, since it came on Saturday night. How would y'all say that? Judge it yourselves, but I guess a glorified collision.
Look, this whole thing, for one, was all types of jacked up, because I personally call this AEW doesn't matter, because when even when you take away the aspect of it being a collision, when we all know, people, regardless of how previous Grand Slams have gone, regardless of how anybody thinks about it, the way that they built this up and the way that they built it up to be in Australia and put in a stadium and everything that they had it initially, this had pay-per-view written all over it.
That's what I thought it was.
And the problem is that the moment that you have the controversy when everything happens here, and then you then you immediately pivot and say, "Oh, this is always meant to be a collision." You easily water down all the matches that you were supposed to be building up, because then it makes me look at this and say, "Okay, well that person's not winning, that person's not winning, this person's not winning. This doesn't matter." Because the only thing that we knew going into this is that Toni Storm was going to win the women's championship back.
Yep. That was guaranteed. That was guaranteed.
Yeah,
so, hold on, not to cut y'all off, but I don't know if y'all saw Oba Femi's joke that he posted on Instagram. Oba posted a steal of him at Vengeance Day, a steal of Trick Williams at Vengeance Day, and a steal of Javon Evans at Vengeance Day. And he said, well, at least one of us won this month.
Man.
And the only reason why I say that, because funny enough, the same thing that happened on this show, at least one Australian won. But yeah, I agree with you, Dizzle. It did diminish it when we started having all of these. Is it a pay-per-view? Is it not? And then when Tony Khan basically said, it's pretty much a glorified collision, it was like, oh yeah,
well, because originally, when they first announced it, when they were going to be in this big stadium, they're like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be a pay-per-view. But when tickets weren't selling all that much, like, okay. And then they weren't really promoting it because they were promoting Revolution more than they were promoting this. Like, are they even having this show still? And I was even like looking online, like, oh, they're still having the show, but they're not. They only promote like one match. I told Nikon his booking right now is like all over the place. Yeah. But this was like he says, basically a glorified collision show. That's what this was. It was a glorified collision. I think it was a step better than what we've seen on like Saturday night's main event.
Oh, true.
It's definitely better than that because
well, the only reason why we could say it's a step better than that because it was in Australia. If this was back in the States, this would have been collision. It would have just been a jam-packed collision.
You're not wrong about that. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. I'm upset primarily for one match in particular, but when we get to it, I'll settle it in. But,
yeah. Go ahead. I would say, let's get into it. The card opens up with the tag team grudge match between Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega versus Konosuke Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher of the Dunn Callis family. And when I tell you, the one fucking time I decide to trust Uncle Callis and family, the Booker Man of Tony Khan lets me down because there is no reason Fletcher and Takeshita should have lost. No reason they should have lost. They should have won this match. And not because of the whole championship aspect. It's because what preceded the match would have made sense if Fletcher and Takeshita would have won.
Yeah, because it should have been a whole bunch of shenanigans going on in the match.
Yeah, it should have been a whole bunch of shenanigans. And I know we're skipping ahead, but pretty much after the match, Omega challenged Takeshita for the championship at Revolution, and then Ospreay challenged Fletcher to a cage match. And it's like, that sounds like they should have lost because of shenanigans, and this was their way to be like, all right, you know what, we're going to just end these feuds once and for all. But
yeah,
I digress. Shout out to Taz.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I have nothing really to. I mean, this match was exactly how it went. How I thought it was gonna go. Everything that happened in this match, I was like, yeah. So I'm not too enthused by it. I never really was. And even the outcome, like everything about this, to me personally, I'm not speaking for anybody else. This was just complete throwaway from me. Like this whole feud, like I get it, but it just seems like it's just something to do for now.
Yeah.
And that goes to the co-main event that is the reason why I have an issue.
I got some ranting to do with that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll definitely give y'all a chance to get y'all bars off. But yeah, once again, now I will say this. The way Omega and Ospreay won, it was like, damn.
Oh yeah.
I will give them that. The hidden blade into the one-winged angel was like, damn.
That was nice.
But
I gotta say, this was a typical, spot fest here for what AEW does. Well, Ospreay and Omega, they were flying around. Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher, they were doing their stuff. They were being very hard hitting. I mean, this was this was nothing that I mean, this was what I expected to happen here. I just wish the outcome was a little different, with the Hills picking up the victory here. But hey, it is what it is.
But yeah, like I said, Ospreay and Omega gets the dub. And then we move on to our next match for the TBS Championship. Mercedes Mone defends against Harley Cameron. And gentlemen, I have a confession to make. Harley Cameron has officially grown on me. She has officially made me a fan, because I thought she was just annoying, just around. But these past few weeks, I was like, you know what? I dig it.
You know what?
I'm not mad.
You have Saraya to thank for that, because she's the one that vouched for and took her under her wing. But I think her character work is fantastic. Now, as far as the in-ring stuff, I think they can do more, because I think AEW does need more characters, especially in their women's division, and I think that she'll do wonders for them. However, I don't see Harley Cameron as a women's world champion as far as material goes, because I don't think her in-ring is there like that. But I think you can easily slot her as and I know that we've talked about Santino obviously, but I think she can easily slot into that Santino Santino box for AEW in the women's division, to where she can go around the mid card and actually entertain the fans, because at some point you're going to need more of that versus just everybody being so good in the ring, because AEW needs some must-see TV bits within their company, and Harley Cameron can fit that slot. Now,
hey, hold on.
What?
You just said something good, and I'm taking a shot. When we say must-see TV bits, we don't mean you, Christopher Jericho. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Dizzle. Go ahead.
Do I think she should be the one to beat Mercedes for the TBS Championship? Absolutely not. I think
I can agree with that.
Only because she's on a particular run that's meant to help elevate somebody of, if not on the same caliber, somebody close enough to it that can help elevate that division. But Harley Cameron can beat the person that does beat Mercedes at some point. So I think that's where we are with that. But it was a solid, entertaining match. It again went the way that I thought it was going to go. But all in all, this was really just meant to showcase Harley Cameron in front of her hometown, and to help us, especially you, Scoot, now get the picture as to what she's capable of on screen. So.
Yeah, I agree with
and
that.
Then,
I love how Mercedes was fighting that little doll in the match. Hey, that was awesome. Hey,
Mini Mone,
puppet Mone, Mini Mone,
Mini Mone. that was spot of the night for me. I loved it. That was amazing.
And then of course,
John Moxley stuff.
and then of course, post match stuff. Momo Watanabe was in the audience. Mercedes getting her face. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get those two pretty soon.
Yeah.
And then next up, I'm gonna let y'all take this because I feel like I ranted enough about this whole situation. So I'm pretty sure the fans are tired of hearing me. We had a good old fashioned Brisbane brawl between the Death Riders of Claudio and John Moxley versus Cope and Jay White. And once again, I'm gonna let my esteemed panel take this away because I've said enough about this storyline and what's going on here.
Wait, Jugs, you were the one that was mad about this one, right?
Yes, I am mad about.
Oh
this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Go ahead.
By all means, have.
Wait, hold on, Jugs. Do you need Solo?
Do I need? I need to get a solo in here because I'm gonna need him to. I'm gonna need him to take some people. Oh yeah. Well, I thought we were talking about Solo Sikoa. I'm gonna need him too. Okay, but listen, okay, Tony Cobb. So you have Adam Copeland or Cope. What I hate how you call him Cope now. Okay, I just hate that. Like what? Like I bet Adam Copeland can't cope with that. Like, but no, listen here. So you got him going up against John Moxley at AEW Revolution, okay? And then you have them lose. No, you have him pass out here. I mean, I guess they could say, oh, they're trying to protect Adam Copeland here, but you have him pass out at to John Moxley here. And I just hate the results, like how the heels won. It's like, what was the point? Because what makes Adam Copeland believable here? That oh yeah, he could take the title off of John Moxley at Revolution. It just takes the credibility down here for me. And it's like, I don't know. I'm tired of what the Death Riders are doing because it seems like they're doing the same thing each and every week where there's beating down people. You get Wheeler Useless getting involved. I can't stand Wheeler Useless. He coming in there whipping people with the belt. It's like, get him off my TV.
Then you get Marina Shafir,
and then they still have that briefcase. They haven't ever. Is the title even in the in that briefcase? I have no idea. To be honest, it could be something else in there. I have no idea. And it's like, I don't know. I'm just tired of this. Like, what is the end results? Like, please, someone save us from John Moxley's title reign here because it's bad right now. But yeah, that's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Dizzle, you got anything?
No, I mean, just to piggyback off what Jug said, I mean, with everything, because I mean, I absolutely getting tired of the Death Riders and it's only because I like the Death Riders as a stable, the aesthetics and everything, but the execution on what they're doing is absolutely dumpster juice. And I can't, at first it was cool, but I mean now it's just come on, let's get to the finish line so we can get past this and go on to the next thing, because that's how I feel now, where I'm just let's fast forward through this. But yeah, I mean, Jugs put it in great perspective, and I'm with everything that he said. So 100%. 100%.
All right. So yeah, Death Riders get the dub, and we're going on to the next match for the AEW Continental Championship. You got Okada defending against Matthews.
Okay.
Go ahead. Take it away.
This.
Wait, hold on. Do you need the solo layout?
No. I don't need it. I don't need it at all.
Okay.
The thing is, this was completely disrespectful in every way possible.
Okay.
And Scoot, you pointed it out when you talked about Kenny Omega. Now I'm gonna pause that part because I'm gonna come back to that. You're in Australia. You have Buddy Matthews, who you just did a whole new vignette and slight repackaging for since Malachi.
Hounds of Hell. Yeah.
So you have this going on. You have the fans behind him. You have Buddy Matthews in absolutely the best shape of his life comparative to Okada, who is not necessarily in the best shape right now. You have a match where Buddy Matthews looks like he's being slowed down by Okada. To get to the biggest, because I'm going all over the place with this match, but to get to the most disrespectful part of this match, to sit here and have commentary say that nobody in AEW has kicked out of the Rainmaker. And
I thought that was wild.
Go ahead.
I said, no. I thought that was a wild comment because I was like, didn't somebody kick out the Rainmaker on AEW like a while ago?
I kind of sworn there was somebody.
To have them say that though, to have them say that in broad day,
yeah,
and to still have him take the L on this when you had an out. I can understand the Continental Classic and not wanting to have your champion go into the Continental Classic and then lose, kind of the same way, doing it the same way that they did with Eddie Kingston, having him win. I understand that. I can forgive that with the whole thing with Ospreay, because technically Ospreay should have been the one to win that if you were going to pivot and actually elevate his stock, because you didn't do it. But if you were going to do it with anybody at this point, you could have easily made a new star. And this goes back to what Jugs was talking about, where I said, hold on, we're going to put a pin in that. And that's the thing, that Tony Khan only wants to play with his set of toys that he has, and he wants to elevate these certain people. When you have an opportunity to make new stars, this was the perfect opportunity to put that title on somebody and actually breathe life into it. Because here's the thing, going back to the Kenny Omega thing, Kenny Omega is not even thinking about the Continental Championship, because he's challenging Takeshita for it when you already had a story. So if you're not going to go with that story, who technically would be the person to take that title off of Okada, then why not go with Buddy Matthews? It makes absolutely no sense, because you had everything aligned perfectly to put that title on him and for it to make sense. Because even if you weren't going to allow anything to happen with it, like if things wouldn't have made sense if you did it in America and you probably wouldn't get the reception that you wanted, that would have been fine. But you were in Australia, where you could easily get the image and the aesthetics that you want for this to make absolute sense. And at the same time, it would have been the best surprise, especially if everybody already knew Tony Storm was going to win. This would have been the best way to elevate this show. Disrespectful.
Hey, pull that thing I pulled up on the screen share. Pull it up for a minute, because I got it pulled up. Yeah, see, that's what Tony Khan likes to do. He likes to play with his certain toys, okay? And he likes to be selfish with them. And that's what Tony Khan is right there. It's like Toy Story here. That's what Tony Khan does.
And you know what I think was wrong with it too, because once again, I think that whole thing of when them basically turned this into a glorified collision, because everything you said, Dizzle, made sense. You basically had them being repackaged as the Hounds of Hell. Then you had Matthews immediately stepping up and being like, hey, yo, Okada, I want that belt. And especially since Okada was all like, nah, you ain't worthy. You ain't on my level. Like, what makes you think you on Okada's level? Like, do you know who the fuck I am? And Matthews was like, I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, I still want that belt off you. So we finally get the match, and you have it in Australia. And then, like you said, they're building these storylines weird, because I do not want Okada versus Omega title for title.
To be honest, this concept
or something weird like that.
This Continental Championship is really pointless, and it's only matters around when they do the whole Continental Classic and stuff. But other than that, this title is pointless right now, in my
The
opinion.
Continental Classic can go away, and they could do that tournament for the international championship if that's the case.
Yeah, for real. Also, Buddy Matthews, apparently he got hurt in the match. He when he tried to do something outside the ring, he apparently he hurt his leg or something, so he was hobbling around on his leg. Also, when he did the prism lock, apparently
Yes.
Rhea Ripley was there. She was there watching Buddy, and yeah, I feel bad for Buddy Matthews here because watch, he's just going to get put on dark matches and stuff like. I just feel bad for Buddy Matthews here because this was a great opportunity for them to put the title on him, but
to at least show everybody, contrary to what everybody believes, that Tony Khan is actually behind his other stars versus just the same rotation that he likes to, again, like Jug says, the toys that he likes to continuously play with.
Yeah, he ain't beating them allegations.
Yeah, Buddy Matthews needs to go. Brody King needs to go. I think they need to go ahead and join Malachi and go to WWE. Because I'm speculative. I believe that's where Malachi is going back. He's going back with his wife, obviously. That's what I think. So and at the same time, Buddy Matthews was out there pulling off. He pulled off the curb stomp. He pulled off the GTS. He out there paying homage to all WWE guys. I mean, it's like, why not?
Why not go to WWE? Yeah.
Go back.
Yeah.
Go back. Just come back. Just go ahead and come back home, big dog.
Yeah.
We do miss you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and our main event for the evening, which even has specialty artwork, which that just lets you know how much they build this show around this match. But for the AEW Women's World Championship, you have the champ Mariah May defending against timeless Toni Storm. As you can see for the specialty artwork, they even crafted. Hold on, let me move the graphics so y'all can even see that how much they built this match up to where we even got the only match they got to get specialty artwork for it. And once again, gentlemen, I'm gonna let y'all take it away because this was pretty much the no duh.
No duh, and it's the same reason why I just again did not care. Now I will say this, as far as the build up and the stuff that they did, I think they did something unique with the whole Toni Storm coming back with the pseudo identity crisis. I thought that was nice. The fact that she came back as a rookie and all this other stuff, that was good storytelling. The fact that she did in return to the timeless Toni Storm gimmick, which of course is her most popular gimmick at this point. I'm fine with that. I think it's cool. The only issue that I have is you had a good outing with the timeless Toni Storm thing. I think that was nice. However, now that she's won with the same gimmick, how do you continue this, and then how do you end it again? Because I mean, is she going to be timeless Toni Storm for the rest of her career? Is this going to then now get stale because she's gotten the dub? Like what happens now? I think that's the question.
I mean, look, you thought as far as Toni Storm, who the fuck is the next challenger?
Yeah, I have no idea, to be honest. I mean, are they going to go do a rematch at Revolution and have it be Mariah May and Toni Storm again?
Just to go ahead and have the rubber match.
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do it. I think they might write this off completely.
Because what credible women can go after Toni Storm right now?
Mercedes.
Are they really going to do title for title right now?
I don't think they're gonna do title for title. I think now the way that you would do this is if you have Mercedes on her hot streak and she has all these titles and she says, you know what, I want to add this title, you can easily pivot and go that way. Would she then win? I don't think so. But I also don't think they're going to take that route and go that way. I think that by this time, I think the time when she goes after Toni Storm, she's going to have lost that TBS championship. I don't know. I don't know what they do though.
I would not to be perfectly honest with y'all guys. It will not surprise me because they have until the 14th, so they have less than a month. I will not be surprised if they try to go ahead and fast track Megan Bang to be number one contender. I mean, of course, Megan might lose, but it wouldn't surprise me that they go ahead and do Megan and Tony for Revolution.
Yeah, when's Revolution? It's March 9th, I believe. Yeah, March
14th.
I thought it was the 9th.
Oh, it was 9th or the 14th. I can't remember, but yeah.
It's the weekend of the 15th.
So yeah. So the 14th or 15th, one of them two then. Yeah. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they try to do Megan and Tony just to go ahead and just have that happen.
It is Sunday, March 9th. I didn't even know that. Wow.
Oh, so this 9th? Okay.
Yeah.
They need to matter of fact, I'm thinking about Elimination Chamber is the weekend of the 15th. Yeah, that's what it is.
Elimination Chamber, I think it's the 1st of March.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Chamber's on March 1st.
Is it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just all over the place. All right, well then, I just personally, I think they need to just revamp the entire AEW women's division right now. I think they need to keep their champs how they have them, obviously, and then just start building up their stars, or at least, or matter of fact, start doing stuff with Ring of Honor. Like, get Athena on there.
Yeah, I think Athena. She just like surpassed. I don't know how many days. Like I thought
800.
Yeah, 800 days. And
Are you serious?
Yeah, she surpassed 800 days as ROH Women's Champion.
Okay, then have her take the title off of Mercedes.
You know that they're not going to put Athena on AEW television. I mean, the only Ring of Honor champion they put on the AEW television is Chris Jericho.
I think, but here's the thing though.
And Dustin.
Well, we have.
Yeah.
We got All in Dallas though.
This is true.
Athena's from Dallas.
She is from Garland, Texas. Yeah, she's from that area. Yeah.
You think they might give her moment there?
I don't see why not. Who else they got outside? Because I mean, I know Bobby's now he relocated to Dallas. He's not from there, but he's relocated to Dallas and he lives there. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna do something with them, but I don't think it'll be anything significant. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to hold the titles the tag titles for a while.
Also,
so
to be honest, they should get rid of this is kind of going off on a sidebar, but they should get rid of Collision, and they should just have Dynamite and Ring of Honor.
I agree. I think we did talk about that before, where one of us said it, but I think they wasted their time getting these extra shows when they should have had Ring of Honor as their secondary show if they were going to build it up like that. But yeah, you're absolutely right, and I agree because it makes no sense to have that thing just straight. Because I think Ring of Honor is only online, right?
Yeah, it's only on Watch ROH or Ring of Honor Club. And it's like
and it's behind the paywall, so they'll make it even better.
Which that needs to be on Max, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, have that, like hey, sign up for Max and you can watch, every episode of Ring of Honor on there. You're gonna watch all their pay-per-views on there. Why not do it like that? I mean, I think eventually they will. And also, who knows how Revolution is going to work? Is it going to be on Max? Is it not? I have no idea. But hey, that's for another topic for another video.
It is, and we're definitely gonna, because we got stuff to talk about for sure.
Yeah.
And we're gonna let that happen. But at least that wraps this shit up.
But yeah, that was Grand Slam Vengeance Day Australia, ladies and gentlemen of the Tag Nation. And I'm gonna go ahead and Jugs, any closing comments for the Saturday night of wrestling before we head out?
I just gotta say, it's always fun coming on here. Definitely subscribe. To everybody here. Also, I just surpassed 1,000 subscribers, so I'm at 1,000.
Big Jugs.
1K Jugs. That's what I am right now. Yeah, I'm working on
1K Jugs.
1K Jugs. Working on to get into that monetization. Yeah, definitely go subscribe to my channel. I just uploaded my Royal Rumble vlog. I was at the Rumble. Also, I'm just coming back from being sick and stuff. Like this whole last week, I went down with influenza. And also, hey, I want to say Scoot, congratulations to your Philadelphia Eagles on becoming Super Bowl champions.
Thank you.
You know, you guys
Thank
deserve it. Also, I'm a big fan of Cooper DeJean. You know, Iowa boy out here. So I am a fan of him. But yeah, congratulations to your Eagles.
Thank you.
I get a
Thank
chance
you.
to tell you that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Dizzle, anything to say before we head on out of here?
I mean, I know I'm going to sign off correctly, but I mean, just like Jug said, make sure you follow him. I mean, you see the end card every time we do these videos that his channel thing is right there. All you do is click on it and hit subscribe. It's as simple as that. Congratulations to Jugs for winning the Tag Rumble. That's about as much as I can congratulate him for, because that's about as far as anybody goes at that point. But I will say this. Scoot has lost his goddamn mind. I don't know if you guys have seen the shorts. I clearly it's the reason why he's not on camera. It's because he's losing his shit, and we're gonna send out a wellness check for him because he's losing his goddamn mind.
No, I am not losing my mind. There
why
is a
is Jaeger after him?
conspiracy. There is a conspiracy going on, and I feel that the two people coincidentally happens to be on this video with me are conspiring against me, and that's crazy right now. That's crazy,
you know,
because even Jugs himself admitted that Nia Jax did not eliminate all of those women.
I mean, he's not in control over that though. I mean,
but no. Once again, there is a conspiracy because not only that, but it just so happens the one match that was determined who was going to be champion after Saturday happened to be the first match, and you knew who was going to win.
Wait,
there's a conspiracy.
Wow.
I think you know somebody in AEW who is booking, and I am being screwed over.
Wow. See, you know what? Now I hate that I even
being screwed over. Hashtag justice for Scoot.
I already know what his next short's gonna be. I already know it. But you know what?
Oh yeah.
I'm just happy sitting back, until WrestleMania, because I'm looking at, seeing what things are shaping out, how they're shaping out.
Jugs has my spot.
Actually, no, I don't have your spot. I got my spot, and you ain't taking it.
It should have been me.
Hey, you know what? Go talk to WWE booking, because listen, I agree that Nia Jax did eliminate all of those women, but hey, they said she took all those women out.
Conspiracy. There's a
you might need to send Jaeger after Scoot,
Jaeger's somewhere in the trunk. He's on a milk carton somewhere, man.
He's on the milk carton. He's gonna come out on the milk carton. He's gonna spray. He's gonna spray Scoot with that.
Just conspiracy against your boy.
We're not gonna let Scoot go on a tinfoil hat rant. We're gonna close it off like this. Whether you hate it, don't forget to rate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave all your comments, concerns, well wishes for Scoot down below. And congratulations for Jugs as well. Make sure you tag that like button, tag that subscribe button, tag the notification bell. When that end card comes up, make sure you tag Jugs channel so you can subscribe and follow him and watch all the goodness that he's got going on over there with his squad as well, which we might have to get them on this side too, because we might need some more competitors for me to defend my championship against. But
wow, now he wants to bring in more people. Wow.
The Forbidden Door is going to bring in more people. Hey, I'm bringing in my faction. I'm bringing in the faction.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know about Forbidden Door. I mean, you got...
whatever, Dion Lennox.
I'm the one and only Forbidden Door. You can't replace me.
Jugs has to the door, but...
Whatever, Dion Lennox.
That's tough. I'm gonna go ahead and warm up this nice too sweet for my bros. I know
y'all can't see me, but I'm still warming it up.
The good bada 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 bam. Now, until you see these handsome faces and hear these immaculate voices, we bid you all adieu. And until next time, you beautiful, 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 beautiful mother effers, tag the fucketh out.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make them same mistakes again. So I'm switching lane to lane. Pray the curb don't